Alright, hi guys. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for, well, first time doing this. I'm going to be reviewing a new palette of mine, and this is the Pat McGrath Mothership palette, the Subversive one. There's a lot of tea on this palette. Stay tuned and you'll find out what I think about this. Alright, so you know the usual. I just went in with my First Aid Beauty, the Radiance Facial Pads. And then I'm going to take some of the Clinique. This is the Hydro Blur Moisturizer, the Pep Start. It's kind of like a primer and moisturizer in one. I'm going to take that, put that all over my face to have a nice base for my makeup. So I just went and primed my eyelids with the P. Louise base in Rumor 02, and then I mixed that with my soft ochre paint pot from MAC. And then today we're going to be trying out one of my new palettes from Christmas. This is the Pat McGrath Labs. Absolutely gorgeous, nice packaging. So you open it up, just like a little book, and then this is what it looks like. So there are 6 colors in here, and this retails for $55. A little pricey, especially for 6 colors, but I've heard these are the best shadows out there on the market right now. Alright, so I did go ahead and I swatched these off camera. So I also noticed it's going to be kind of hard to do one look out of just this palette, because this one here, that's the only matte shade. So I'm probably going to go in with another palette in order to use in my transition shade, and I will try to use like 3 or 4 colors in this palette. Alright, so I did apply this color on my one side already, but the first color we're going to start off with is the shade Lure, I don't know how to quite pronounce it. So it's this color right here, and this is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that on a fluffy brush, tap off my brush, and I'm going to start on my crease area, and I'm going to kind of tap it in to make sure the color is pressed on there. And I'm going to start blending up towards my brow bone. Now I don't want the color to be too close to my brow bone. I need to give it some space from there. And this will be our one transition shade. So just go ahead and diffuse that out as perfectly as you can. Alright, so now that I have that popped on, I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath. And I did find the name. It's the Mothership Subversive palette. So I'm going to be going in with this shade right here, which is the shade Paranormal. And we're going to use that to deepen up the crease. So I'm just going to dip into there and just put that right where the eye folds to deepen up the crease and add dimension to the eye. So I'm going to focus that towards the outside and then start blending it inwards. Do that right on the other side. Alright, so now that that color is popped on, I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Subculture palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Rowdy, which is kind of this deep purplish color, and I'm going to put that on my outer corner to lengthen and broaden my eye and to add some nice dimension. So what I'm going to do, I already applied the color over here, so I'm going to go in with this shade again. Well, not again, I already told you guys that. So I switched my brush. This is another fluffy brush, and I'm just going to press that in on the outside. And this is kind of, I just poked myself. This is kind of the reason why I put the tape there. So anytime you're working with dark colors, I just press it, and I want to blend it right along the tape so that I have that nice sharp line. So I'm going to blend that into the crease and then right along my lash line. Okay, I swear in every video my mom's sweeping. I don't know what it is, but she's always doing that. So we're just going to ignore that. But now that I have all the shadow on, I'm going to cut my crease, and I'm just going to show you guys again how I do my cut crease, because last video it wasn't the greatest quality. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this flat rounded brush here, and I'm just going to press that right on my lid. And the trick I always say is once you have this, kind of just look up, and that's going to create your line where you want to do the cut crease. Now since my eyes are kind of hooded, I have to pull the line up a little bit so that you can actually see the crease. Alright, so my crease is now cut, and then I'm going to be going back in with the Pat McGrath palette, and I'm going to go in with Purple Rain, which is this purple color of course. I'm going to take this flat brush here, and I'm going to dip into there, And I'm just going to kind of press that on the outer part where we put that rowdy color from the Anastasia palette. And I'm going to blend that right towards the outer corner, and I'm just pressing it so all the pigment will stay on. And then I left my concealer that I used to cut the crease with, I left that wet so that the shadow has a really nice tacky base to stick onto. And now I'm gonna dip into the shade Rose Risk, which is this pink color. And I'm gonna use the same brush and then really dip in there. And again, I'm just gonna press it right on the lid in the center and blend the purple and the pink together. Now I want to focus this in the center. I don't want to go any farther in than this because I'm going to place the gold in that area. So you just want to blend it right up to where you cut up the crease and blend it in with the purple. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with the new Tarte Sea Glass foiled eyeshadows, and this is in the shade Sweet Life. And I'm going to take some of that off the applicator of that, and I'm going to go in with this really skinny brush here. And I'm just going to draw that right on the line where we drew for the cut crease to really define it and make it pop. Alright, so my eyes are just about done, and I'm going to go and do my brows off camera. And then you know me, I always apply my primer first because I don't want to mess up my brows if I'm putting my primer on. So I'm going to apply my Tatcha Silk Canvas, you know, just the best primer ever. Love, love, love this stuff. And then I'll be right back with my brows all finished. My primer on, so I'm going to apply my Tatcha Silk Canvas, you know, just the best primer ever. Love, love, love this stuff. And then I'll be right back with my brows all finished. Alright, so now that we're finished with the brows, I'm going to start with the face makeup. And of course, we are going to color correct the under eyes, and this is the Sephora brand, the Bright Future Concealer in Orange Deep. So I'm going to put a few little dots of that under my eye and just blend it out a little bit with my finger. And then again, I'm going to be using my two favorite foundations. I'm going to be going with the Kat Von D, I believe it's Light 45 Neutral. And then, let me check on the shade of Becca, there's like two. I go in with a Buttercup and this. And then Light 45 Warm for Kat Von D. So my foundation's on, and now I'm going to go in and conceal with the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain. So I'm just going to put a few dabs of that under my eye, and then blend that out with a mini beauty blender. And then I will be setting this with my all-time favorite Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. So I went and dusted off this setting powder, and now I'm in with my bronzer. This is the Hoola bronzer. So I just took that right down from the side of my ear, and then I brought that up along my hairline and kind of blended that down towards my eyebrows a little bit to warm up my forehead. And then of course along my jawline. This side doesn't have contour, this one does. So I'm going to go ahead and smack that on the other side. Make that little, you know, duck face, if you feel like it, of course. And then bring that up along the hairline on the other side. That's it for bronzer. Alright, so I went and added some blush, and I used the NARS blush. I don't know how to say this name, but it's Goulue. I don't know, it's Goulue, if you can see the shade. That's the color right there. It's kind of a pinkish, dark purple color. It has some shimmer in it, and I put that on, and it kind of matches our eyes, which is nice. Alright, so for our lower lash line, we're just going to mimic what we did for our transition shades on the top of our lid. So I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm going to pop in Lure. I'm going to pop that in down there, and then Paranormal from the Pat McGrath palette. And then on the outer part, we'll be putting Rowdy from the Subculture palette. I'm going to go off camera and then do both of those eyes so you'll see how it looks. Alright, so my eyeshadow is done on my lower lash line, and I also went in and topped off my eye with a thin line of liner so that we can blend in the lash band with our natural lashes. And now I'm just going to do some final touches, apply some mascara, and then we're going to set and apply some highlight. Alright, so I'm going to set my face now with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I just got this, and it's just so good. I can literally do this all day. Alright, so for my inner corner, I popped this one on right here, which is the shade Pale Fire. And as you can see, it's a really nice pinkish orange. It has a really nice shimmer to it too. Alright, and for highlight today, I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Dream Glow Kit. And I'm going to be mixing in this color here, which is Wish, and then this one, which is called Magic. So I'm just going to dip into those two and apply that right on our cheekbone. So this is going to give us kind of a pinky silver highlight. So I'm going to put that right on top of my nose. And then right around this side as well. Alright, and for the final touches, I just went and applied some lashes, and these are the Hassel lashes. And I don't know on the name, the box actually doesn't have a name on them. So there's that. And then I applied the Stila liquid lipstick, the Stay All Day liquid lips in the shade Amore. Alright, so overall, I really do love this new Pat McGrath palette. I would highly recommend it to everyone. The shadows apply very easily on a wet base. I haven't tried them on a set base, so I'll probably try both next video or some other time in the future. I'll try it with another palette. I'm gonna experiment around with more of her palettes. I just don't know which one I'm gonna get yet. So maybe I'll put up a poll on Instagram and then have you guys vote on which one you like more. Alright guys, so this is the final look, and I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you learned something new. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and then check my bio to follow me on my social media. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!